So today we're looking at an absolute classic. Dark was the ground, cold was the night. We're looking at Ry Cooder's version. Lots to learn here, so let's have a listen to the playthrough first and then go on to have a look at the tab. So we're tuning to open D today. So D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D. Open D. The original is actually closer to E flat, but both Ry Cooder and Dave Holt played this in open D. So we'll stick with open D. Of course, if you want to play an open E, it'll work just fine as well. Okay, let's have a look at the tab. I should preface this, guys, by saying there's many different ways to play this piece. And although I'm trying to sort of capture and present Ry Cooder's version here, because I think it makes the most sense as a sort of a solo guitar piece, and also the structure is just a little bit easier to follow and understand. I would also say that two different playthroughs, certainly by me, are sort of quite different. And there's a lot of room to sort of find your own direction and find your own voice here. I've noticed recently as well, I'm kind of edging towards the original Blind Willie version, which is quite a bit faster. I notice the vibrato is sort of a little bit more aggressive, a little bit tighter, a little bit faster. And you'll notice when you start playing it that these sort of small variations do sort of change the emotional sort of texture of the song. So it's a tremendous song to play, and I've been playing it for months now, and I'm still working on it, and just trying to sort of incrementally improve and sort of find the voice, find my own voice with the song. So with that much said, we'll have a look. Now for the rhythm, I won't go into the rhythm too much at all because it's just so free form that it's kind of more of an indication, just when things are occurring. Rather than a hard and fast sort of map. So we're starting off with the second string on the open second string, and then we're going to be sliding into 7 on the 4th and 2nd string from about the 5th, so 5 to 7. And we're going to be muting the outside strings. I've got my 3rd string on the 1st string and my 1st string, my 1st finger on the 3rd string there, just to keep them quiet a little bit as I play this little figure. So, and then I'm going to be hammering on from 0 to 3 on the 2nd string. So again, a little bit of vibrato there, but not too much, and then hammer on. And as I finish that hammer on, I'm going to be landing on that 2nd string with my 2nd finger, and I'm going to be then striking this 1st string with the slide on the 2nd fret. So I'm going to be just moving that slide down by 1 fret, and it's quite a sort of a fast movement, and this sort of exercise with muting between 2nd and 3rd, if you have this arrangement. I mean, there's many different ways to arrange the right hand, but if you're kind of following me, then you'll be playing between the 2nd and the 3rd. So it'll sound like this. By the way, you heard a bit of noise there. Expect noise. That should be on the thumbnail, because I mean, if you listen to the originals, there's quite a lot of noise as well. Just with this type of sound, I mean, we can't get away from it. Slide being the imperfect science that it is. I mean, it adds a lot of kind of sort of feel. I feel when I sort of hear those things as well. So don't worry about a bit of crashing and a bit of noise. So from there, we're going to be open, and then we're going to be sliding down from 3 to the open string. Okay, so that first 4 bars again. Light vibrato there. And then we're going to be striking at the start of bar 4, the 4th string. Okay, so that is the first part of this sort of introduction. Then we're going to be heading into this rather fast moving figure on the 4th string. We're going to be sliding into 4, 5, 7. So and then we're going to be doing it again, and on the way down I'm going to be adding in the 1st string, sorry, not the 1st string, the 6th string. And then when we come out of it, so my thumb is striking the 6th string, and then I'm going to be striking the 4th string again. So slowly open, 5, 7, 7 with the, if you want, you don't have to, that's just the octave, right? And then I just strike the 4th string there with my 1st finger. And that concludes our little introduction part there. So from there we're into what I would call section 1. Now the piece has 3 sections. Now this is kind of the way that you internalize the structure. So once we're finished the introduction, we go into section 1, then 2, then 3. And section 3 is nearly the same as section 1. So when you think about that, it actually sort of reduces the work you have to do in terms of just trying to learn the structure. So let's have a look. We're going to bar 8, section 1. We're going to be playing the 6th string, open, there's our D down there, and we're going to be sliding into 7. Now how you choose to apply your vibrato will, to some extent, decide how the piece feels. I sort of started out even slower than Ry Cooder, and really tried to sort of just give it this kind of very lazy. That was actually a bit fast to start with, but yeah, and then. imagine a lot of reverb. So it's very sort of a slow, lethargic vibrato, and I felt like it had quite a nice vibe to it. But then I think the ghost of Willie Johnson's sort of entering the performance a little bit more, and kind of how I'm playing it at the moment is a lot faster, a lot more sort of revolutions on the vibrato. So it's more like I often just, you might hear in that playthrough, I just kind of land the note first. I don't go straight into the vibrato. Mick Taylor actually plays a lot like this. He'll sort of play a note and then he'll sort of exercise the vibrato. So a little bit like that. I think it sort of brings out the vocal quality of slide playing. I mean, that's how singers do it, right? They don't slam the vibrato in when they're just reaching a note. They'll often sing a note and then introduce vibrato as they go. So I kind of approach slide in that way. So again, we're at bar 8, so, but I'm kind of getting this sort of speed at the moment, which might be a little bit faster than you're sort of used to or comfortable with, or you think sounds good. So this will be personal taste. You apply the vibrato you like. You might even want to play it clean. And then up to 4. So we're in bar 9, so we're up to 7, and then we're going up to the 4 to 3, 4. And then we're going back up in bar 10 to 7, repetition here, but instead of going to 4, we then climb to 12. Then we go to the 5, this is kind of outlining the 4 chord here, but we don't really hear it, do we? We just get the 2 notes on the top. I think the second time he plays it in section 3, we get the 3rd as well. But and then we're going to be going to 7 again, and then we're going to be. By the way, you notice this arrangement here on this hand. I've got basically my thumb muting first, second. They're all muting. Just so it just tidies up the noise just a little bit, and I did say to expect some noise, but you know, we don't need to be too noisy if we can help it. So we're going to be there, and then this is going to be halfway through 13, pull off with the slide, and then we're going to be playing, striking the 1st string twice, 5th string. Shades of Paris, Texas there. We're playing the 5th string, and we're going to be into 3 on the 1st string. You notice I'm still muting out here. To 2. And obviously this piece, you know, when I say Paris, Texas, is kind of the basis for Paris, Texas, as Ry himself readily admits. Then we're going in bar 16, back up to 7, and then we're going to be playing again, and then striking again this 5th string, and then 2 to 3, open, 2nd, open, sliding gently from 3 to 5, and then quickly. So, and we're at 19 there, let the vibrato ring out, and then we're going to be playing 1 extra phrase here. Now that feels, at bar 19, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like the phrase is done, or the sort of musical idea is finished there, the section is finished, but in fact there's 1 added, and this is in the original as well. We just sort of go up to 4, 4 to 2, and then a little. And then we're going to this turnaround here that we played at the start, you'll be familiar with. So it's just here. 7 to 5. Open 2nd string, and then 3 3 to 5. So this is different from the start, right? So again, we're going 5 to 7 to 5, open, up to 5, and then we're just going to be sliding down to the open string, and then playing the open 6th string. And then we're going to play this sort of a second turnaround before we end this section, which is, and then we're just basically sliding into 5 from around 4 or 3. Sort of 4.5, 5 to 7, and then we sort of go down to 3 quite quickly, so it's quite a quick movement. So, and then that note there, sort of quite quick, and then when we get there, quite slowly. So that little turnaround again, we're at bar 26. I'm just sort of playing between the thumb and this second finger, because that's obviously our, this one not so important, this one avoid, but basically, yeah, 6 and 4. That is section 1 finished. Okay, so let's now go into section 2, and we're going to be starting off on the 4 instead of the 3. By the way, you can make your this is the third degree of the scale here. You can make it slightly flat. Sonny Landreth talks about sweetening the 3rd by just making it slightly flat. Right, you have to use your ear and sort of just get the right pitch. But if you hear that, slightly sharp there, but not much in it. We are in bar 29 there, going back to the open, and then we are going up to 9. And then we're going to be going all the way up to, if you can see that here. This is actually not exactly the Ry Cooder, like this is actually from the Blind Willie Johnson version. He has this lick, and I just had to use it because it's so good. Takes a little bit of practicing, but we're basically going up here, 16, 14, 12, 9, and then 7. So again, 16, 14, 12, 9, and so we want to try and play that at speed, so it's going to be it takes a wee bit of practicing, but you'll get it. And then I just played a little, which, so this is actually a Blind Willie Johnson lick, this one here. It's not in the, Ry Cooder just plays, if you want to do what he did, he just plays, oh no, what did he do? He just went from, I think he just goes from, yeah, there's just one movement, but I would encourage you to try this Blind Willie lick here because it's a great one. So out of that run, we go up to 4, open, and then we go up to 7, and then we're going to be playing into 4, back to 2, and then we've got this great little lick here on 35, which comes in both versions of the song. So it's 4 to 4, 7, back to 2. So again, 4, 7, 9, right? And then we're going to be playing this second string at the end of bar 35, and then we're going to be playing the 5th, open, there. So again from here, light vibrato, and then we're going to be adding another. And then I added this. This is from the Dave Hole version. He leans heavily into this this degree here. Just a simple suspension. And then from there we're going to be going to this turnaround bar. Where are we? This one. On the tab, actually, you'll see it goes twice here, but I'm skipping through that one, just like I did in the play through, and I'm going to bar 41. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. You'll notice in the tab there, through 37 to 40, that's played 2 times. But I'll leave it in because that is in Ry Cooder's version in the tab. I won't make an adjustment there, but I only play that once. Hopefully that's not too confusing, although I did confuse myself just now. So we're going to be playing this turnaround again. Right, and then we're going to be playing the same second turnaround. Okay, we've been through that before. Now section 3, let me just see that's recording. Okay, section 3, as I promised, is very similar to sections 1, so we don't need to spend too much time on this one. Oh, a bit flat. And then we go again, up to the 4. You might like to, by the way, feather in these notes as you go as well. On the original, there's quite a bit of that. And then we go to 12 again, same as the first section. And then bar 52, we're going up to 5s again. Up to 7, again, no difference. And then we're going to the open string again. And then again, 7, no difference. Bar 58, same again. And then again, we add an extra bar on. This is bar 60. And then the same turnaround. Maybe a little bit slower. And that is bar 64, and then we end. This one, I think he plays more, but you can hear that sort of ghosting. Sort of this ghosting sound comes in. Sonny Landreth plays on the other side of the slide. Anyway, that is bar 65, and that is that. So, dark was the night, cold was the ground, absolute classic. Jack White, didn't he say this is the greatest slide song ever played? The original, of course. So it is one of those songs that you can sort of spend a lot of time just sort of refining. Intonation, vibrato, timing, pause. Let's not forget the power of silence, you know, not playing a note. I think if I played it again, I would probably try and introduce a little bit more of that. You play. I could go on again, but this is getting long, but I have thoroughly enjoyed going through this, and I'm still thoroughly enjoying the piece and working on it. If you have watched to now, which I find kind of almost impossible to believe that someone would still be watching, if you are still watching, I salute you, and if you do have any questions on this, please do get in touch. I do enjoy the conversations and the contact with people who are trying to play the same songs I'm trying to play, and it's a great source of joy. So thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.